Hello, professors, faculty, staff, students, and anyone else who may be watching. This is Team SoundByte, and this is our December 14th Scrum and Vlog. This is being presented by Brandon Clark, myself, Mason Lane, and Jiwon Kim. So, what we're doing is trying to provide creators and hobbyists with a tool that suggests audio files that might complement a given song when mixing. The goal is to improve the workflow of artists while being a utility for DJs in the future. Uh, Among our roles and responsibilities are as follows. Brandon is mainly working on the machine learning component, while Brian and I are working in tandem on the back-end development, and he will be doing front-end design and development. So briefly, Brandon will go over what we've been up to. Something wrong? Brandon?
Yeah, I can't. There we go. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, sorry. I was just having some internet problems. Okay, so basically what we've done in the semester at a glance, originally our idea was we would like to mix songs together using machine learning. And when we did some requirements digging and expanded upon the scope that we'd like for our project, we came up with a few smaller milestones. A few big ones would be to have song suggestion or what would mix good together based on machine learning, and also the ability to do a song feature search on a user's library based on extracted features. So the original architecture for our application was going to be using Amazon Web Services as a software as a service application. When we got a little bit deeper into the architecture, we realized this would not be ideal because the user would have to upload their library of songs to the cloud. So instead, we decided to make the change to a desktop application, whereas the application could utilize songs on the user's hard drive. We hope that this architectural change will allow us to reach our stretch goal of mixing songs together using machine learning. All right, so just to go over the MVPs at a glance, in MVP 1, we would like to have initialization, creating the library JSON file, and read ID3 from the MP3 files. We would like to have settings and updating and reinitialization of the JSON files. We would like to have a landing menu in our first MVP. We would like to have results for the suggested songs, and we would like to have the ability to save those results. Additionally, we would like to have our suggestion accepting multiple types of input and producing a features object as the output. Sorry, I'm having more connection issues.
It's okay. You can jump out of the stream and I'll summarize MVP2. In MVP2, we're mainly looking to improve the landing menu, allowing keyword searches and things like that, as well as implementing playback for the results and the landing. This would also be our first iteration of our mixing section, where we would mix lazily various songs and allow saving of various results. The suggestions would also get a second iteration of our model, hopefully introducing better and more improved training. We would also accept MP3s that are not part of our JSON library as an input type, so if you didn't have them on the library but you wanted to input the song, you could. And then finally in MVP3, we will be providing demo JSON for the users if they don't have a library, and implementing the ability to handle backups, things like that. So mainly the MVPs for 3 is a little simpler to make it to make room in the event that MVP 2 takes up more time than expected. but MVP 3 is just an evolution of things already built in from MVP 2 and MVP 1. Brandon, are you caught up then? Would you like to continue with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure thing. Okay, so our other ideas and also issues. Should we worry about modifications made to the MP3, or do we rely on the user to reinitialize our app, or make an attempt to detect changes added or missing files automatically? Reintroduced AWS components used to manage an account system allow users to save, download JSON libraries, and this enables users to go mobile in the future without needing a USB to transfer the song/JSON files. And risk assessment so far includes questions like JSON size and time to read individual MP3 metadata.
For more information on the MVPs, I'd encourage people to explore our storyboard, where we've remapped a lot of our planned changes. So obviously, in that vein, we've been working on new architecture to accommodate these changes. Although this is in progress, and we will likely be following a more agile approach as we develop and fill out those designs. Brian?
Yeah, this is new our design. As we changed the architecture, so we had to change the design as well accordingly. So the main changes of the architecture is we take Electron as our front end framework. So this design fits the requirement of the Electron. So except the design, everything is same with our plan. So yeah, that's all about design changes. So can you go over next? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No real progress on the machine learning front. I've looked a little bit more around online about LSTM, but mainly I've just been focusing on final projects and class finals.
That kind of leads us into what's happening next. So briefly, Brandon will be extracting and reading the dataset as we've laid out. Brian has been starting work on implementing the interface on Electron, as well as updating hi-fis for our changes, as you've seen. We annotated some things, so I left it in progress. Myself, I've also been working with Electron and redesigning some of our diagrams. Particularly, I want to get more risk assessment done and have a roadmap for you guys to view, since that is kind of in progress. It still has the roadmap still has a lot of stuff from when we were going to be using AWS that I need to clean up and clear out. So things missing and behind, we need to write more code. Figured we would have had a more proper foundation set by now, but with the change from AWS, we threw a lot of stuff away. But starting on the 14th, that is when I think we'll really get some code hammered in. We had projects due the week of the 7th, as well as finals the week after, so these delayed the progress during that sprint, although the more we clear out, the more we'll have time to work on the capstone throughout December. MVP 1 is our largest initial release, but considering the time we have to spare with December, I think we can confidently reach that goal by the end of January. So yes and no, we feel like we're on track, kind of, because again, it would have been nice to have more code to show you guys, namely dummy prototypes of how we would interact with information. At the moment, there are no barriers to our success. We finished the projects that were taking precedence, and we don't think we need any help going forward at the moment, although we would like commentary on how we're doing. Like, do you still feel confident of our pace? I know we didn't get much done this sprint, but again, I'm fairly confident on what we'll be doing before the next semester. So this is our GitHub. It is up to date. we've added some more documentation as well as the initial folder for our Electron app. I plan to be writing a README to explain how to install and package our application to make it usable. We can generate EXEs and things like that for that, but that's much later down the line. Anyway, I think that concludes our vlog. We'd be happy to answer any questions, so please email myself or anyone else, or make commentary on our SoundByte group member page, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a happy holidays. Okay, good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Everything good?
I think so. Let me check.